Alright, it's fixed. Hello, I'm back. Hi, guys. Sorry. That was an unexpected event. I don't know what happened. Like, it literally kicked me out of OBS and Twitch. Randomly. Anyway. Well, just let's be crashing. Well, I feel like this time it was Twitch. Not sure, but... 43. Alright. So one that was like, the groundskeeper or like a maid or something like that inside of the house. Some sort of helper for the family. For the Roberts. He died of cancer in 1996, so a year after Vivian died. Derek, which is the son, seemed to be still alive, but in this game we never know. People just died. No drugs, nothing. Okay, weird paintings, drawings. Bunch of those Betamax normal video tapes. VHS, yeah. Why can't I pick up this random book? Old and New London. Walford, Volume 4. Weird. A diary. May 3rd, 1974. So that was the year after the mining accident. Derek turned 4 today. Vivian organized a small party for him. I really appreciate that what she has done for us. After blowing out the birthday candles, I asked him what he wished for. He said, I wish to see Papa. I did not know what to say to him. I could not tell him that his father had left us. August 22nd, Vivian is being hospitalized for mental instability. Dorothy has asked for me to care for Vivian while she remains at the hospital. Wonder how Vivian must be feeling right now, knowing that she might not be able to conceive anymore. Magdalene wants a boy to continue the family line. Not being able to have children anymore will be devastating for Vivian. Pity her. Oh. So Trisha was not her real kid? Well, that sounds like good motive to me, but we'll see. I just can't stand Sophia. She's not that pretty, just barely a year working here, and the others are already serving her hand and foot. She's just here to take advantage of the Roberts family. I don't trust her. I wish she'd just disappear. Very interesting. Let's say thank you, Wanda, for your kind words. Oh. It's broken. I need to fix it. I need to fix it? Surely you mean you just have to pry it open. We don't need to go into random stranger's person's house and fix their Derek. Derek had a knife, huh? And no diary. Yes. Typewriter. Dear father, how's everything going? Dear father? That's kind of suspicious. That's the first typewriter we see, by the way. Friday, January 12th, 1990. We went cycling today. Scott said he can't ride faster than me. Of course that isn't true. So we had a competition and Trisha was our referee. We set the goal line to be the fence in front of the river. I was winning until we almost reached the finishing line. I braked to prevent myself from crashing into the fence, but Scott didn't brake. He pedaled harder as he approached the goal. I yelled at him to stop, but he did not listen. By the time he crossed the line, it was too late. The brakes did not stop him in time. His bike hit the fence and he was launched into the air, landing on the rocks by the riverbank. I ran to him. There was blood coming from his head and scratches all over his arms and legs. She came up to him and tended to his wounds. He seemed to be sobbing, even though Scott was the one bleeding. I think I'm hurting more than him. So, Derek here had a crush on Trisha. But Trisha was with Scott. While cleaning the garage, Charles approached and asked if I would like to be chauffeur. He said his current driver wants to spend more time with his grandchildren and is planning to retire. I have by the end of this week to decide. It's a good opportunity. I'll get a raise in salary and I get to travel around the country. I think I'll say yes. April 1st. Trisha came today and suggested we make our very own time capsule before I start my new job. I thought it was a good idea. We buried the box near a big stone in the cemetery. All living, we made a promise to each other that we will open it 10 years. Okay. Right. So time capsule in big stone cemetery. The code could be 2000 maybe? Like they said they would open it in 10 years maybe. I had the chance to walk around New York today. As I went into a bookstore, I remembered how much Trisha loved notebooks. There was one that was really cute. It was a bit expensive, but I think she will like it. I will surprise her by giving her the notebook on her birthday. I didn't expect to be traveling this much as a driver. Oh yeah? On one hand, I miss my mom. On the other hand, I get to stay in nice hotels. I guess it's not a bad deal. Charles treats me very well. He even gives me extra allowances on these trips. Maybe I'll get something nice for mom next time. We went hunting near the river. According to Scott, there's a nest in the drain hole that sometimes has eggs. I told him it might be dangerous, but he assured us that it's fine. So off we went. Sure enough, there were eggs. I didn't know what eggs those were and decided to stay a little further away. Scott started collecting them when I noticed something moving. Tisha was able to shout out that it was a snake. I stood there frozen, not knowing what to do. Scott turned and saw the snake. He then spread his arms out and slowly walked backwards. Risha was behind him. He extended his right hand with the stick towards the snake and slowly placed the bag of eggs on the floor with his left hand. When he reached me, he grabbed my arm and said, "Run." We all ran, screaming our lungs out. I think that was the fastest I ever ran in my life. November 5th. I miss the old days. When it was Trisha, Scott, and myself hunting in the back of the woods, playing by the lake. It's not that I don't appreciate what Charles has given to us, just the house we live in and our jobs. I just miss the time when we were young and carefree. We'd go anywhere and nothing would stop us. I miss Trisha. Why does she realize that I like her? Okay. Uh-oh. We have another one. 1995. Trisha visited me again. Ever since Scott was fired and was... That's April 3rd. Ever since Scott was fired and was told not to see Trisha anymore, she has been visiting me quite often. Not only is she angry at Vivian, she's also annoyed with Scott, saying that Scott is avoiding her. June 28th. I visited Mom today. Her cancer has relapsed. After her tumor disappeared 2 years ago, no one expected it to return again, especially this quickly. Mom looked fine and seems to be getting used to the hospital visits. Dr. Johnson said the chemotherapy sessions are needed due to the late-stage cancer and that she would need my support more than ever. Upon leaving, I saw Scott talking with Dr. Johnson. They looked serious. I wonder if Scott found a new job after being fired. Dr. Johnson's body was found near Cherry Creek Lake today. Uh-oh. That's important. So, Dr. Johnson died. That's July 12th. Very close. That's very, very close to Vivian's death. The police came and interviewed Vivian. Apparently, she was seen with Dr. Johnson a lot. Vivian was heard with her voice raised at the police during the interview. Trisha got frightened and locked herself in a room. I don't know what is going on. The police came to my house to interview me again about the death of Dr. Johnson. I'm so tired of all that has happened recently. Friday, October 27th. Scott came back with Father's Matthew today. The lawyer came too. Reporters were waiting at the church, asking why they would allow a killer back to Painscreek. She came back from hospital and was desperate to see Scott. When Charles and Bernard stopped her, she broke down in tears. What can I do? What the Okay, we need to, hang on. Broken drawer in, Wonder House. 43. Silver. Happy townsfolk, yeah. It's always like that with these small communities, isn't it? Okay, so I'm guessing we need the tools. But to get the tools, we need to find this Mrs. Patterson's house. Possibly the key to her place. She has the key for the box, for the toolbox, and the photographer's place that is also locked. I feel like we need lockpicks or a master key for the entire town. I think I'm out of leads. The only thing left is now to go to the actual mansion. Alright, 2 hours and 40 minutes later, we get to the crime scene. To be fair, it's a fairly old crime scene. This happened like, how many years ago again? Is it 1997 now? Was it 1999? I don't remember. $1999. So is this where she died or she died outside? They said they dragged the body in front of the house, but I don't know if it's in front of the house gate or in front of the house. I hear like a piano sound. I'm definitely hearing music. There's a key. 201. Is that the key to the hotel? Hang on, is it the background music? It was. It was just so very quiet. There's music, I guess? Fuck, that was loud. Well, there's music sometimes. It's just weird background stuff I really care about. Music be a little spooky as well, so I'm not sure how I feel about it. It's making things worse. Locked. Can't unlock that. Stop stepping on the piano. Dude, how freaking big is this mansion? Just have to worry if the music turns tense. It is already tense. Alright. We do it from the ground up, okay? Influential citizen Vivian Roberts, the people of the state of Newland Awards on July 24th, 1979. So that's when she started doing all those works to help the town and, you know, fund the hospital and all those kind of things. Not tense enough. It's tense enough for me. Locked. Cannot be opened. It's not Souls boss level yet? I mean, if it's a Souls boss level music, I'd be very worried. But I hope we'll never get to that point. Second floor. Wait. Oh, very cool. So that's the basement. Turn the lights on. Jesus Christ. Do we know the key to get into Trisha's room? I think that was Trisha's room. Nothing. Was it? Hang on. Oh shit. There's a map for the rest of the house. That one room that's locked. With a code. Okay. Fine, let's keep going. Calorics. They keep that shit in the kitchen. Anyone delivering food to church on Saturdays, please lock all the doors and return the key under the flower pot before leaving. Okay, so that was another clue pointing to the church door. Oh. A mansion room key. Very anonymous. Shopping list for Tricia's birthday. Packs of balloons, candles, new tablecloths, baking powder, eggs, and strawberries. Well, at least we have a key. We haven't found a locked door yet, but... Hang on a second. There's supposed to be a room here? Try the key. Doesn't work. Dude, fuck this place. Oh my god, what is this? This is where I get killed. This is the murder room. Alright, let's take a look at the paintings and rate them. Fancy old dude. That's a good 7 out of 10. That is just fruits and wine chalices and like I don't like these kind of paintings. I don't feel anything when I see them. So that's a 4 out of 10 for me. Very well done. That's very realistic, but wait, it looks like a picture, honestly. Ah, that's a classic. That looks like that one guy making paintings like that. What was it? Was it a Monet doing these things? I like it. I like how with just a few brush strokes, there's just so many details, but it's just a bunch of blobs. If you really look at the brushstrokes, there's just blobs. There's nothing. It doesn't mean anything, but it looks like a nice scene. This is an 8 out of 10 for me. There's an old dude pointing at some random lady's belly. She looks like she's been there before, you know? I like these weird paintings. I think they are properly weird and spooky. That's another 8 out of 10 for me. It's just a picture of a random person. 0 out of 10. This guy, I don't know if he's worried because I think he's worried his insanely large feathered hat will just fall off. But that is a ridiculous hat. This is a 9 out of 10 painting. Great mustaches. I don't like the style too much, but the mustaches deserve some praise, so this is a 7 out of 10. I guess this is okay. I think I could paint something like this, so I say this is a 5 out of 10. I've seen this before. This is very famous. I don't know what from, but I like it. That's a 7 out of 10. Naked guy with naked lady. She's holding, like, is that a cornucopia? And he has some paper strips? I don't know what the fuck is going on. That's an 8 out of 10 for me. Why is that picture of a random person suddenly 10 out of 10 when the other random person... Did you not hear about the mustaches? Do I have to show them again? Like, come on. They are wonderful. There's Cupid trying to stab a naked woman, and the naked woman is trying to push him away. This is an intense fighting scene. I don't want this kind of violence in my paintings. That's a 6 out of 10. There's a baby wrestling a baby goat, and two women trying to either help him or stop him. This is a 9 out of 10. What the fuck is going on? Oh, that is good. Good. Okay. This looks like this looks like a place I've seen in, like, real life, but maybe not. But good landscape thing. I like the perspective work. Very dramatic sky. I like this. This is it's an 8 out of 10. Also 8 out of 10. I love landscapes. 7.5 out of 10. Too realistic. I think I want to see a little bit of the brush strokes, you know? Can't see that here. Go away. Oh my god, that's... That face, that is looking right through my soul. I don't know why he's doing that while suckling on his mother's bosoms, but I don't like the way he's looking at me. That's a 4 out of 10. He's following you. It doesn't matter where you go, he's actually following you. I hate that painting. And that baby has so many creases. You know what? That hand properly spooked me. I was not expecting that detail. That's a 7 out of 10. That fucking hand got me. Holy shit. Picture of fruit, 0 out of 10. I don't even know what this is, 0 out of 10. More fruits, 0 out of 10. Oh, the freaking Jesus thing, the scene. Well, I mean, I've seen this painting, the real one, live. And yeah, no, it's a good painting. There's a good degree of chaos at the table. Like, there's people arguing, there's just a bunch of shit on the table. This guy says, it's me, Jesus, one more, please, one more question. Jesus is like, come on, guys, I have a dinner to attend to. Like, I'm trying to do things here, like, come on. You can see he's trying to explain with, like, hand gestures and everything. And these guys don't even give a shit. Like, there's the Madalena. People say this is a guy, but it's clearly a woman. But they don't want to say it's a woman because Jesus can't have been married or anything. So there's a little controversy right there. And there's, like, the creepy old dude that's probably drunk hitting on this girl that was Jesus' wife or something. And then there's this guy with like an insanely long arm that goes from there to all over there. I mean, this has everything. This is a 10 out of 10 painting. Like a table for 26, but there's only 13 of you. It'll make sense eventually. Yep. And then we have the Mona Lisa. I am not a big fan of the Mona Lisa, honestly. I think it's a 5 out of 10 painting. She has the face of someone that's massively trolling. I don't know why. Alright, why are we here again? Why have I done all this? Just to write the painting, I suppose? That is such a weird painting that doesn't fit with any of the rest. Weird. Oh. March 14, 1993. We went hunting this afternoon. Scott's quite fast learner and has good manners too. I told him to call me Charles, but he kept saying it's more appropriate to call me Mr. Roberts. Almost got deer on his second try. If he keeps this up, I'll take him over Bernard as my hunting partner. June 11th. She's been rather obvious in her interests. He's a good-looking young man and respectful to others. I don't mind his status. There's nothing wrong with being an orphan. If there is, it's the parents' fault. I know that Tricious fancies him. I've grown to like him too. Today's his mom's death anniversary. It's been 18 years since she passed away. Paid my 18 years. That would make it 83, 80, 75. I pay my respect at those tombs. Let's write that down actually. Charles' mom death. 27, 8, 1975. Is that correct? Is that 18 years before that? Yeah. Vivian wasn't feeling well and chose not to come, so I asked Scott to accompany me. Brought fresh lilies. He said lilies suggest that the soul of the deceased has returned to a peaceful state sometimes. A fish is like a son to me. He's like a son to me. Now that I think about it, Vivian is always getting sick during this time of the year. So, lilies at the tomb. Did we see lilies in that unmarked grave with fresh flowers? They may have been lilies. Interesting. You think Charles is around then? Scott is dead, or it's supposed to be dead at least. I knew our relationship would not be as close as we had it, but ever since Vivian discovered my affair, she hasn't been the same. Oh, Charles. She once joked to her friends during dinner time that all the politicians are alike, and as a politician's wife, she has learned to close one eye. Sometimes I feel sorry for her. I think it was because of Tricious that she didn't leave me. A good wife and a good mother. I'm grateful for that. I'll know for sure until you exhume all the graves. That's true, yeah. Yeah, fuck that. Yeah. Okay, that's locked. Utility room. That diary. Oh, what's that? To-do list. Laundry today. Clean out the attic. Water the plants. Book Mrs. Roberts' appointment. Wash the windows. May 24th, 1993. I've been here for almost 3 months. Everyone treats me well. Most of the workers have been here for a long time, some as long as 30... Is this Sophia? As long as 30 years. Dorothy is probably the oldest maid here. She's really nice and is responsible for taking care of all the maids. She's always giving me snacks. The other oldest worker is probably Bernard, the butler. He's so serious. I don't think I've ever seen him smile. June 2nd. Dorothy and Bernard don't talk much to each other. However, comma, okay. They are perfect when it comes to attending Charles and Vivian's needs. I guess that's why they are in charge here. I notice Charles and Vivian are never together much either, even when they are both at home. They don't seem happy. What is going on? Vivian was passing by when I broke the vase. I must have been really nervous because I stood there for God knows how long. I thought she would scold me or even fire me. Instead, Vivian invited me to have tea with her. Just about my parents and what I wanted to do in the future. I told her I hoped to open my own deli someday. She said I could do anything if I set my mind to it, and worked really hard. Like me, she used to be poor. Now she's a successful businesswoman. I hope to be like her someday. One less sick. I've heard she has cancer. It has been 2 months since I took over for her. The son Derek stays with her whenever he's not driving for Charles. I feel sorry for them. Luckily, Mr. Roberts helps with their financial needs. I pray she gets well soon. Andrew shouted at me for... Andrew? Who's Andrew again? Was it Andrew... Andrew Reed? Scott's father? No. It was the drunk guy. Andrew shouted at me for what? Oh, he's that. He was like a handyman, wasn't he? The guy that burned, yeah. For me, walking on the grass, though I was sure I didn't step on it this time. He's always drunk anyways. Scott told me to ignore him. Not sure how to be so patient, always taking care of Andrews and covering his workload. I would have assumed that Scott was Andrew's son if I had not... Wait, see? That even she had doubt. If I had not known that Father Matthews adopted him years ago. He's so nice and talented, not to mention handsome. If only he wasn't taken. There's 5 numbers here. Shit. Was not expecting 5 numbers. Wait. Wait. What was it? 27, 8, 75. Try 8, 27, 7. No. I tried. Locked. Wrong key. Open balcony. Notes for Vivian's tea schedule. Tea time is 3:20 on the dot. Use the flower pattern cup for Mondays. Gold line cups for guests. Half a cup of milk. Always leave sugar on the side. Never interrupt unless she calls for you. Half a cup of milk. That sounds like a lot for tea, right? I mean, I don't think I've ever seen anyone here in Italy using milk in their teas. So I actually have no idea how much milk to put in a tea, but... that does seem like a lot. Hey, Chino. Yeah, you didn't miss much. I'm just trying to open some doors and I'm failing. sheet to count the scores. Locked. Locked. 20 years later, Painscreek still honors the lives of coal mine workers. Okay, so this is what happened. Despite shock and pain, it was a tragedy that united everyone. 20 years ago, 6 members of the village, together with 13 others from the towns of Hillsdale and Old Creek, perished in one of the coal mine demolition programs. Coal mine belonged to the Roberts Mining Company. Oh. Vivian Roberts, who had just married into Roberts' family, started a fundraising event that raised $96,000, contributing $24,000 from her own company. A total of $120,000 was compensated to the 6 families. This is a very small sum compared to all those families lost, and no amount of money can replace the loved ones, even told the press. What we can do, however, is provide them with whatever help they may need, and for those who have helped financially, with Robert's family thanks you. Words only comfort the family. Yeah, it is a gigantic mansion, holy crap. I'm sorry, Thomas. I must have forgot to check inventory. Apparently we are missing a case of Da Vinci. Please don't tell Mrs. Roberts. Case of Da Vinci's wine. Bunch of bottles. Another case of wine. Case of Da Vinci's wine. $150 per bottle. Jesus. And a $45 steel bottle opener. Damn. That's a freaking expensive bottle opener. Is this the bar? That's the balcony. That's the atrium. So that is Trisha's room. That one up here. This is Trisha's room. Fuck. Okay. And then that's the tea room, which is closed as well. This one, that's the tea room. Okay. They should have stairs over here. Perfect. Okay. This is security. Of course it's locked. God damn it. And that was Dorothy's room. This is going into the attic. And it's locked. Oh, hang on. Shit. Not the key to the attic. Okay, what else is here? The guest room, the maid's room, the bathroom, and the exercise room. I don't think that seems very useful, so I don't know what the heck this key is going to be for. Oh, that's closed. For the guest room, the maid's room. I forgot to return the servant's room key in time, so I left the key in the kitchen drawer. Sorry about that. Okay, this is good. There we go. I'm in. So this is the maid room. Is this Sophia? Who was the maid at that point? Hang on a second. What was it? Dorothy, the head servant. Bernard, the butler. So Bernard was the one going hunting with Charles. Dorothy was the head servant. Derek was the chauffeur, which was Wanda's son. Vivian's husband Charles came with the daughter Tricia. They don't say anything about the Sophia. Sophia, good question. Very good question. I read their name? Yeah, I was trying to figure that out, but I actually don't remember. I think it was when I was going through Wanda stuff. Oh, there we go. Oh, look, we have the selection of years over here. Hang on. Oh, that was 1974. I just can't send Sophia. She's not that pretty, just a year working. Oh, so wait, Sophia was there in 1974. So, did she just disappear? Because we don't have anything on Sophia. I need to report Scott to Bernard. His suspicious acts are getting out of hand. Today I saw him picking into Mr. and Mrs. Roberts' room from the window. He's been told too many times not to do this. What the hell? Why was he doing that? I was cleaning Mrs. Roberts' tea room when I stumbled across a pile of letters full of negative comments addressed to her. Why on earth does she keep those letters? She, more than anybody in this town, doesn't deserve to be attacked by these faceless cowards. These people cannot see the positive impact she has made for this community. It's not her fault that her business deals can't please everyone. February 13, 1995. I was cleaning the mansion attic today when I found Derek and Wanda's old stuff. I asked Derek about it and he told me he used to live here with his mom until he was about 6 years old. We chatted for like an hour. I have never talked to him that much. It felt quite nice talking to him, rather relaxing. I had to interact with Bernard today. His left wrist was swollen pretty badly. When I asked what happened, he claimed he fell during rock climbing and twisted his left hand, so he can't help with writing the Easter invitation this year. I told him he only needs his right hand for writing. He looked at me as if I was joking. How could I have known that he was left-handed? Because he told you he can't write and his left hand was injured. Idiot. Dorothy asked me to help clean her house tomorrow. I didn't know she has her own place. I thought she lived with the Roberts family in the nannies. When was that, by the way? March 3rd. Dorothy asked me to help clean her house tomorrow. I didn't know she has her own place. I thought she lived with the Roberts family in the nanny's room. She said she hasn't used the house for the past few months. It needs to be taken care of every now and then. She'll be 60 this year. I think I should help her. The address is 40 Blackpine Road, Painscreek. Okay. Trisha and Vivian had an argument during dinner. Vivian is thinking to send Trisha to college. Trisha wants to be with Scott. She's not thinking straight. Ah, okay. That's very close to the time of death. June 1st. I was about to clean the gallery when I noticed the door was already slightly open. I looked inside and saw Mr. Roberts standing in front of a painting. Right before he left, I heard a faint click as he was leaving the gallery. I hid in the staircase hallway. When I was sure that he was gone, I went into the gallery to see what he was so entranced by. Just a painting of an old woman with a white headband. I wonder what's so interesting about this lady. Holy shit. There will be a grand party to celebrate Trisha's birthday this evening. She'll be 21 this year. She and Scott are meeting at the shed behind the mansion. Called it a secret hideout. I know Vivian doesn't want Trisha to be with Scott. Did I tell her about it? Dr. Johnson is dead. He was the head of the Painscreek Community Hospital as well as Robert's family doctor. Police came by and asked if Vivian would be willing to go down to the station for another interview. I was nervous, but Vivian was very calm and accepted the request. She came back in the evening and assured us that everything was okay. It had nothing to do with Dr. Johnson's death. His death was purely an accident. Is that the painting that you said looked out of place? I think it may be. Dude, I fucking knew this painting had nothing to do with this place. Oh. Shit. God damn it. I mean, I have the code, but it still doesn't really help me. Morning shifts. Nord, Charles. Derek Bernard, Derek, Charles, Trish. Okay, so this is for Bernard. There's a house entrance key. Found in one of the locker in the mansion. House entrance key? Wait, wasn't the entrance open? Charles. Derek? Nothing. Trisha? Nothing. Vivian? That's the bathroom? I mean, it said entrance key. Was there even anything closed near the entrance? Unless there's like another door. With the condemned locker jump scare. I mean, we already had the jump scare, I suppose. The lights at the hospital. Oh, it said it's bolted from the other side. Really? Probably a way in from there. Smash a window, no one can progress here. I would if I could, honestly. I don't know if you saw me earlier, but I was looking through the windows and getting close to the windows. I really wanted to see if I could actually break in. But this is the shed where they were meeting. There's another fucking padlock, man. There's so many codes in this game. So many codes, but I don't have any more time for today, so... we will be... This. We will continue exploring this game in a couple of days. But I have to say, so far, I really like it. Again, I do love games that have a clear objective, but they don't hold your hand in any way, shape, or form. Just free reign exploration, deduction, and all that. I do like it. Observation. I mean, it's not too complex. I mean, it's clearly made to be solved. But anyway, I still enjoy these kind of games. It's the same kind of feeling of, you know, Hypnospace, freaking Outer Wilds, all those sort of games. And, I don't know, there's something really nice in just slowly unraveling some sort of mystery. Yeah, anyway, guys, that is going to be it for today. It was first day Spooktober. I hope you enjoyed that. I certainly did. Again, not very spooky as in like horror stuff, but fairly tense atmosphere and, I don't know, kind of spooky, I suppose.